Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, and welcome to another live stream Saturday. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are and that you had a great week. So, hopefully the things that I've set up tonight for this live stream are going to work, because I'm going to attempt to do a screen capture a little bit later on, so you guys might be able to see what's on my screen when I direct you to different places when I talk about the Wings of Pegasus supporters group, because it is something that I mention every week, but I can't show on screen how to get to that page. So we will hopefully do that tonight later on, so fingers crossed I've set that up correctly. We'll know when we get there, but let me get you guys up on screen. Thank you everybody for tuning in so early, and you know who you are. Let's have a little look down the live chat room tonight, because we have Lynn and Laurie moderating in there, and Carla's moderating tonight as well. Hello guys, thank you for joining me tonight. And Tara, Lucy, Music Maiden, Abby, Carl, Stephen, Linda, Vince, and Lynn again, Patrick, Alexi, hello guys. Susan and Dennis are in the house as well. Thank you for joining me on this Saturday night. And we've also got Emma and Robin and Wayneo as well. Hello guys, thank you for joining me. So I do have to get the super chat window up on screen really early this week, because we had a donation at 11:40 p.m, so 20 minutes before we even went live, and this is from Christine. Thank you so much for that. It is $5, a straight up donation, and Lynn donated $20. Thank you so much for that, Lynn, and that was at 11:50 p.m, so 10 minutes before we went live. Thank you so much for the very early donations. And Kevin has just donated $10. Thank you for that, Kevin. And just before I read that out, I'm going to get the names of my patrons up on screen, because they make everything possible on this channel, and it's what happens on the live streams. So a massive hello and thank you to you guys. You know who you are, but the names going along the bottom of the screen are them, and they also do pop up in the super chat window, as has already happened. So thank you guys so much for your support and allowing me to do everything on the channel that I do, and just maintaining it, keeping everything going, and without you guys it wouldn't be happening at all. So getting into Kevin's donation and the message, thank you for that $10, Kevin. The message is: I was watching country star Trisha Yearwood's cooking show on the Food Network, and she said that her husband Garth Brooks doesn't like spicy food. You and Garth have something in common with some rock horns. So that is good that somebody else doesn't like spicy food. I think maybe I'm in the minority for not liking spicy foods, because it is something that people tend to like. It just seems to be something that I don't like, and I think it's my dad's palate that I inherited, because he doesn't like spicy food either. He's even more sensitive than I am. I'll give it a little bit of a go. Sometimes on the packaging you have, I don't know how many of the chilies, but there's either 1, 2 or 3. I think it's 3, maybe it goes up to 5, I'm not sure, but I have had something that had 3 chilies on it before, and that was right on my limit of heat, of just being able to eat it, and it was an accidental purchase because I thought it wasn't spicy, and then got a bit of a shock when I started eating it. But I did not finish it. I remember I was just about to say I did finish it, but I didn't finish it because it was too hot. So when I say hot, I mean spicy. So thank you everybody for tuning in tonight, and the action that's going through the super chat window, because Sandy has donated $5. Thank you so much for that, Sandy. The message is: so appreciated your Bay City Rollers video about the history of the band. So sad to see young artists being taken advantage of, with a sad face. So thank you for that, Sandy. And it just is one of those things, unfortunately, that a lot of record labels sign up musicians and artists when they're very young, sometimes even when they're teenagers, and at that age I'm not sure whether they tell their parents about it, or whether they do have their parents that they can talk about these kind of things with and get a lawyer involved, because it's all very serious. And I said in last night's video about the dream that a lot of kids have and the illusion of fame, all those kind of things, and they just sign on the dotted line and don't read the contract. And sometimes, more often than not actually, the contract that they're signing is so long, they just want to get it over and done with so that they can get out there and be famous and get touring and just play in front of thousands of people, and not realizing that they're not making any money. Another thing that they do right for original bands, they won't get any royalties for that because they're signing it all over to the record label. So it is one of those things that if you are young, or even if you're at any age at the moment and you're offered some kind of deal on the internet, it does go for everything. Because I've been approached multiple times through emails with my YouTube account of people saying, oh, we want to work with you, we'll really build your audience on YouTube. And I always say, well, no, I'm fine, thanks. The audience I've got is great, and if it doesn't grow anymore, it doesn't really matter because we have a good time. I don't say that we all get together on live streams, because I didn't give the email that much of a response, but I just said, thanks for the consideration, but I'm just going to keep doing what I do. But you'll find this in every walk of life. As soon as things start going well, other people will try and get involved. And it is especially the case with the music industry. If there is a band who are successful and they're getting a lot of people along to their gigs, or they're selling a lot of CDs online, getting a lot of downloads, a record label will come along because they can see that there's a bit of money there that they want to get their hands on. And if they can get all of the songs that people are buying now and own the rights to it, then they're quids in, because they've not had to do anything, and now they're earning what the band would have been earning. So yeah, everybody please just stay aware with everything in life, with contracts, but especially in the music industry, because it is notorious for that. But thank you, Sandy, for that donation. Amy has donated $4.99 as well. Thank you for that, Amy. The message is happy Saturday night, and happy Saturday night everybody in the live chat room tonight, and in the super chat room, and just all over this live stream. And Deborah has donated $4, and there's a guy saying, I think, cheers, and it looks like he's got wine or tea in his mug. And anyway, just before, I haven't even mentioned about the top that I have on. This is the Wings of Pegasus hoodie, and it only arrived a couple of days ago, I think, so I didn't have the opportunity to wear it on Tuesday, but Saturday on the live stream, these are available. It should be in the tray underneath this video if you want to get your hands on a Wings of Pegasus hoodie. And it was something that I was going to start the live stream and say, do you spot anything different? But I didn't do that because I was setting something else up before I went live, and then was in that mode of thinking. But this is the Wings of Pegasus hoodie if you want to pick one up. There's also mugs, as you can see. Spike the likes. Why not? Let's see if we can spike the likes. Coming up to 10 minutes into this live stream, we always try to get to 200 likes on these live streams. So if you can hit that thumbs up, it would be massively appreciated. And thank you everybody for hitting the thumbs up before we even went live, because every like helps just to get this channel out there and the live streams out there as well. So we also have t-shirts, those mugs, and now this hoodie in the tray underneath this video if you want to check those out. But we will be moving forward. Just before we do, let me address the super chat window again, because Jeannie has donated $5. Thank you so much for that, Jeannie. The message is for the Cross the Pond Fund. Come to LA and try mild spice Mexican cuisine. As long as it's mild, I might be okay, but we will see. Maybe that'll happen in the future. We'll see how it goes. But thank you for that. Jen has donated $5 as well. The message is, can you lift the hoodie because there's no zipper so we can see the shirt you're wearing underneath, with an inquisitive face. So the shirt I've got on underneath is a little bit of Stevie Ray. There you go. So that's that's the shirt underneath for today, and I haven't gone with the full Wings of Pegasus outfit. I've just got a bit of Stevie Ray Vaughan underneath. So I think it'll just be overkill. And actually now I can alternate the merchandise from one live stream to the next, and have the hoodie on one time and the t-shirt on another, and it'll all work out fine. But thank you, Jen, for that donation. And Orlando has donated $2 as well. Thank you for that, Orlando. And the message is spike the likes. So that's a great idea, Orlando. And you can all do that. And there's lots of rock horns after that as well. So thank you for that. We are going to be jumping into the first video of the night. And this was requested over on Patreon, but also was left over from last week because for some reason, I don't know how, the live stream went so quickly we didn't have a chance to get through all of the videos. So Art Not Commerce was requested last week and also was requested this week on Patreon by Kevin as well. So we will be playing through that now, and I will be in the live chat room as always as this video is playing. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you guys after. Rock!
My reflection
And there we have it. That was my song called Art Not Commerce. I hope you guys enjoyed that one, and it was a very long walk. Thank you, Kevin, for asking for that one over on Patreon, but also you guys for requesting it on Tuesday as well. So we have had some more action in the super chat window, so let's get this up on screen because Jack has donated $7. Thank you for that, Jack. And the message is, have you reacted to Angelina Jordan yet? So I haven't yet. I think with Angelina, I'm not sure how old she is, maybe 13, maybe just 14, but the thing is that at the beginning of this year there was a new COPPA ruling. Actually, it's the same COPPA law that's always been, but it was enforced on YouTube, which meant that anybody of 13 years of age and younger can't be shown on YouTube, and that's by any other channel that aren't their parents or haven't got their parents' permission specifically. So this is why a lot of the videos of looking at younger players, I can't look at those, unfortunately. The one that I have got on my channel that I have had permission for, because it's from their parents, is Taj, and that's Taj Farrant, if you know him, but I was in contact with his dad on Facebook, so that video was all fine. But unless I've got specific permission to do a video on somebody that's 13 years of age or younger, then I can't do that, unfortunately. But it might be the case that Angelina is old enough now, I'm not sure, but it is something that if she is, then I'll be able to do that in the future. But thank you, Jack, for that donation and the question. And Linda is in the house. Thank you for this donation, Linda, and for joining us again. The message is, are you tracking the number of units sold of your Persistence CD? The hoodie looks great, by the way. So thank you for that, Linda, and it is a really good fit, the hoodie. But with my album, I'm not tracking anything, so I have no idea how many I've sold. I do know at the moment, because the post office is shut here, my local one, because of coronavirus, I know that all of the orders going through the website, I've got to do one massive selling session, or I might have to break it up, sending session, in order to get all of those CDs out to you. If you have ordered one on the website, then apologies, I physically can't send them at the moment because the post office is shut. So I will be sending them off as soon as it does open up again. I might have to break it up into sessions, because if I go there and just have got loads and loads of CDs, I'm sure people in the queue behind me will just go crazy and be very annoyed with me. So I might have to do it in a few sessions. But the short answer to that is no, I'm not keeping a track at all. And it's probably a few that I've sold. I know that I've been doing it for quite a while and people have been regularly ordering them, and I've been regularly sending them out. With downloads, I'm not even keeping track of those. I know that the time that I stopped Spotify was when I had a statement of 16,000 downloads, and that's when I made £12 from all of those downloads, so, or streams technically is what they're called. So I thought, well, 16,000 is a decent number, and to make £12 from it isn't really worth me staying on Spotify. I'd rather people bought the songs, because well, just do the maths. If somebody buys one of your songs for 79p, or to make it easy, 99p, and there's 16,000 people that are doing that, then you're going to make a fair bit of money rather than £12. So that's why I removed all of my stuff from Spotify. But it's something that I don't really want to keep track of everything, because it's too music industry like, and oh, how many of you sold, and oh, what did they sell, and how much money did they make, and all of those kind of things. If people wants to have a song or buy the whole CD, then it's great, but I'm not keeping tabs on, right, how many have I got to sell and how many do I want to sell. As long as I'm doing it full time and I make enough money to keep everything going, then that's all I'm worried about. I'm not trying to hit figures of earnings or goals of sales and things. I'm just doing what I want to do and meeting up with you guys on the live streams as well. And thank you everybody for joining me on these live streams, because there might be a few people out there who were part of my journey very early on, and you'll know that on the YouTube live streams I was live streaming to maybe 1 or 2 people and just saying hi, and that was it. So thank you everybody for getting involved now and spending this time with me. Also, thank you for these donations in the super chat window, because it allows me to do so much more now than I ever could. So it is massively appreciated. Vince is in the house as well and has donated $5. Thank you so much for that, Vince. The message is, Phil, Wings of Pegasus hats in lots of colours, turquoise, ? So there's always another little bit of merchandise that might be coming up. So you never know, it might be hats. But when you say hats, maybe I'm thinking of caps, because to have an actual hat is more like a cowboy hat, something like that. So it's something that when somebody says hat, I think of a trilby or something like that. That would be interesting to have the Wings of Pegasus logo on. But thank you, Vince, so much for that donation and for that idea. If people want caps, maybe I can find a way to do caps as well, or hats. Probably more likely caps, because I wear those, so I just do some free advertising of my own. But thank you, Vince, for that. Carl is in the house and has donated $5. Thank you for that, Carl. We all know what this is going to be. Okay, the usual cross the pond. Regulars know what it's for. Laugh out loud. The Who cover sometime ? So thank you for that, Carl. And The Who are coming up. It is your lucky day. So we will be taking a look at my cover of Behind Blue Eyes. That's going to be coming up in a second. Also later on, we've got a couple more mug shots, but technically not, because one is a t-shirt shot and the other is a mug shot. So stay tuned for that. And we'll get into this next video after I've just addressed this last donation, but thank you, Carl, for that. And TeacherMan1955 has donated $10. Thank you for that. The message is, I watched your feelings about auto-tune, and I totally agree. It's a waste when they use it for someone who doesn't need it. Rock with some guitars and something else that I can't quite make out at the end of that. But thank you so much for that donation. And yeah, don't get me started on the auto-tune thing, because I think a lot of the artists that I feature on the channel and analyze, their vocals often have a wider vibrato put on there stylistically. So it means that auto-tune doesn't like it when the note shifts from one pitch to another pitch and doesn't quite reach that pitch. It will try and snap it to the nearest note. So vibrato doesn't go down well with auto-tune, and is probably why there's so much expression that is lost when you do apply that, because vibrato is the thing that gives everybody their personality and is a lot of what we understand as expression when somebody sings or when somebody plays the guitar. The vibrato is an essential part of getting that person's personality across through the instrument. But anyway, thank you so much for that donation. We're going to be jumping into this next video, and I've already told you guys what it is. It's my cover of Behind Blue Eyes. I hope you guys enjoy it. As always, I'm going to be in the live chat room while this is playing, and I'll see you guys after this. Rock! No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. No one knows what it's like to be hated, to be fated, to telling only lies. But my dreams, they are just empty, as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance, it's never free. Hello, Phil here. Thank you so much for watching my cover of Behind Blue Eyes by The Who. I hope you enjoyed it. The names that you can see going up the screen here are the names of my patrons, who I'd like to say a massive thank you to for their support and for making videos like this possible, and for making all my videos possible on YouTube. So thank you guys, your support is massively appreciated. If you want to join me and the gang over on Patreon, head to the link below, the little square link, click on that and that will take you through to the site. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Rock! And here I am back already, so thank you everybody for the kind words in the chat room while that was playing, and also I've reminded myself by having that at the end of the video that the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook, we might try and do this now, because this is what I was setting up earlier in order to try and show on screen what I'm doing. This could really backfire, but we're going to give this a go. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to disappear and you're going to see what is on the screen in front of me. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Right, so this is wingsofpegasus.com. Surprisingly, that is my website. So when we go and look, you can see my mouse. This is all live. I can't believe this is working, but it's great. So this is the home page. If you go to the live stream section, which is this little bit here, you click on there, and you can see here we've got some babble that I've written down about the live streams that happen, but also you can scroll down, there are the live stream guidelines if you want to check those out. But also, how many times can I say also, we've got the Wings of Pegasus supporters group. And if you click on this massive picture here thing that I made on Photoshop, you click on that and fingers crossed it should take you directly to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group, and this is on Facebook. So if you are on Facebook, you can join this group if you want to keep the conversation going, and that are, well, those are the steps, and that is the process you need to go through in order to find that Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook. So hopefully that makes sense, and it did actually work. So the 10 minutes I spent setting that up before the live stream was well spent. So thank you everybody who has joined that group, and that is where I get the mug shots and the t-shirts, the pictures of people wearing the merchandise, and I show them on this live stream and all of the live streams. So thank you everybody for uploading to that, and let me seamlessly work into the next section where we have a look at the 2 new uploads. I think there were 2. If there's any more, then I apologize, but we should have Gina on screen now, and here she is sporting the Wings of Pegasus t-shirt. So thank you so much for uploading that to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group on Facebook. And also we should have Sandy here, and Sandy, there she is, sporting not only the t-shirt but the Spike the Likes mug, and it looks like she's about to enjoy a thirst-quenching drink of paintbrushes because she is an artist. So thank you so much for uploading that, Sandy, and also Gina as well for uploading your picture. And that is the process. If anybody wants to be shown on the live streams, you can just upload to that group and just follow the steps that I just outlined and you'll be fine. So let's get the super chat up on screen, and we have had a little bit of action in here. I'm gonna have to scroll up a little bit, so thank you everybody for these donations. And the first new one that we saw was Orlando, and Orlando has donated $5 again. Thank you for that. The message is outstanding cover of I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Have you heard from any member of Aerosmith? I would assume the guys were happy and proud with lots of rock horns. So thank you for that, Orlando. And I haven't heard from any of the band members, so it is something that I think in order to be seen on the internet is such a rare thing for the artists to be able to see covers. There's millions of covers out there of their songs, and just seeing one is very difficult. So I haven't heard from them. I did hear from Neil Schon, and that was regarding my Journey cover, so that was cool as well because I got to chat to him on Twitter. And yes, I do have a lot of messages regarding the analysis videos from various artists that I have featured on the channel, which is cool to just touch base with them and have a chat and exchange emails, and sometimes it's on Facebook as well. So yeah, that is a cool side of doing the analysis videos, is that I do get contacted quite a lot by the people who I have featured, so it's great to get their input on it as well firsthand. But thank you, Orlando, for that. And Sandy is in the house and has donated $5 again. Thank you, Sandy. And the message is, thanks so much for the beautiful rendition of Behind Blue Eyes, which I finally remembered to request on Patreon. Just beautiful. So thank you for that, Sandy. And we've had some more donations. Thank you guys for this. Jen has donated again, $5, and this says, the message, you know how much we love this one, with a smiley face and thumbs up. So thank you for that, Jen. And Orlando has donated again and has said, thank you for that. It is $2 and has said, awesome Telecaster with a guitar and some of the musical notation that I can't quite make out because it's black on the screen and it's too small. But thank you, Orlando, for that. And Kay has donated $5. Thank you, Kay. And the message is the guy dropping the mic. So thank you for that. And Debbie has donated $9.99. Thank you for that, Debbie. And the message is, hey Phil, just want to thank you for all your hard work. We can't imagine how much time it takes you to do everything you do. So thank you for that, Debbie. And I don't know how much time it takes. I just get up and I start doing stuff and then I go to bed. So however long that is. But thank you, Debbie, so much for that. And Nora101 has donated $5. Thank you for that. The message is, Behind Blue Eyes is one of my favorite songs and your cover was awesome. Have you thought of releasing a CD of your cover songs? So thank you for that. And the CD of cover songs, this is something that when you do a cover on YouTube, it's all fine because it's covered through YouTube and they can put adverts, the copyright owners, on your cover and take revenue for you performing one of their songs. But as soon as you want to take somebody else's song and put it on a CD or sell it on your website, you need a specific contractual agreement with the copyright owners, the holders. So that is a process that I've been going through for about a year and a half now in order to try and get the permission to do that, but things move really slowly in the music industry, unfortunately, which is probably the reason why I like to stay outside the music industry as much as possible, so that I can just do everything as and when, pretty much as soon as possible. But yes, it's something that unfortunately has been taking a year and a half so far, and we're no further down the line. But if there is any news on that cover CD, then I'll let you guys know, and as soon as it is available, then I'll let you guys know on the live streams, but also on the website, and you'll be able to get it from the store section. But it just takes a bit of a long time to sort that out. But thank you, Nora, for that donation. And Franco has donated $5. Thank you for that. The message is, hi Phil, very nice cover and vocal with a smiley face. That telly stock pickups. So thank you for that, Franco, and thank you for the kind words as well. It is something that with that cover, I did change the song a little bit because there's a mid-late that I miss out, because I think for my own version, I wanted to keep the feeling of the song the same, even though the feeling of the original song does, for me, shift a lot in that mid-late, whereas I just wanted to keep it along the same kind of line the whole time, so I just put a guitar solo in there instead of the mid-late. But anyway, thank you, Franco, for that. And Laura has donated $10. Thank you for that, Laura. And Laura is over on the Wings of Pegasus supporters group. She'll allow you into that. The message is, thanks for bringing everybody together in live stream. You've got a really big family now. So thank you, Laura, for that. And yes, this is the other thing that I totally forgot to mention just before going live, we passed 133,000 subscribers. So massive thanks to all of you guys for hitting that subscribe button, as well as the like button on the videos, for commenting as well. Also for hitting the like button on these live streams, which if you haven't done it yet, you can still do, because we aim for 200 likes on these live streams. And last week we did make it. I say last week, last live stream, which was on Tuesday, but we will see if we can get there tonight as well. Fingers crossed that we can. But thank you, Laura, and all of you guys for joining me and subscribing, because yes, we do have a very big family now, and we'll just see where we end up. We'll just keep on going and see what happens. But Lucy is in the house as well and has donated $24.99. Thank you for that, Lucy. The message is for the Cross the Pond Fund. Thank you for your hard work and dedication to us wingers. Your videos and live streams are very informative and entertaining. Keep it up, with some rock horns, a heart, and peace. So thank you for that, Lucy, and no problem. I will just keep on going as long as I can. We'll just keep on pushing forward and see where we all end up. Thank you for that donation. And Ray is in the house as well and has donated $50. Thank you so much for that, Ray. The message is, this groove runs deeper than emotion. Wings of Pegasus, lyric from Haunted. Thank you, Phil, for keeping us all uplifted during this difficult season. So thank you for that, Ray, and also for the lyrical quote from one of my songs called Haunted. And also in Ray's picture that she uploaded on Facebook, there's the video of Unwanted Stranger in the background, which is the video that we're going to be showing next. So I'm really linking things together tonight somehow. I wish it was this smooth every time, but it seems to be working. We will be listening to Unwanted Stranger in a minute or two, but there has been another donation, and this has been from Amy, and it is $4.99, and it says message retracted. So thank you for that, Amy. Whatever the message was, it's now gone, unfortunately, unless that is the message, just in brackets, in which case, thank you for that. So let's have a little look into the live chat room, because Laurie's in there moderating, and I do believe that Mario is in the house somewhere. I did say hello, Mario, during the last video, but everybody say hello to Mario in the live chat room, because that's what we do on these live streams whenever Mario is in the house. And it just so happens as well, we have Mario's guitars in the background, which you can see over my shoulder there. So thank you, Mario, for sending those through. And everybody say a massive hello to Mario. And also the moderators in the house as well. We've got Laurie and Carla in there. Thank you for moderating tonight and doing such a great job all the time. But we've also got Susan and Dennis still in there, Sandy still in there, Patrick as well, Carl's still in there, and Ray, Deborah as well, and Lucy, and Mary's in there as well. Hello, and KADJ. So hello guys, everybody, thank you for joining me tonight in the live chat room, in the super chat, just on these live streams as a whole. Now, at the end of the last live stream, I did cut out because I think either YouTube or my internet cut out, unfortunately, so I didn't get to sign off. And I think as soon as we start to go over 1 hour of live streaming, it starts to get a little bit hit and miss as to whether it's going to continue. So we're now 40 minutes into the live stream. Let's see if we can get a spike of the likes on the 40th minute of the live stream. We'll see how far we can get with this. Hopefully it doesn't cut out. Fingers crossed. Let's jump into the next video, and I hope you guys enjoy this one. It's my song called Unwanted Stranger, and this is available on the website that I showed earlier. Maybe I'll use that screen capture thing again just because I set it up, so why not use it lots and lots. So we're going to be jumping into this. It's my song called Unwanted Stranger, and I'll see you guys after this. Rock!
Told me something about you that I didn't want to know. You looked me right in the eye, and then you placed your head on my shoulder. This position that you put me in, you're on a mission to take my world from around me. Wide awake, anticipating. Girl, come on, make up your mind. Repercussions and consequences. Should've known better, wish I never met her. True to the letter, I'll never forget her. Waiting, anticipating. Girl, come on, make up your mind.
And there we have it. That was my song called Unwanted Stranger, and that is available as part of my album. It's on there with pretty much all of the songs that I play on these live streams. There is another song called Running Blind, and that was a standalone single, but you can also get that at my website, which is wingsofpegasus.com, surprisingly. And let me see if I can try and get this up on screen, because I've spent the time getting the screen capture working, fingers crossed, so we will see. So this is the website, wingsofpegasus.com, and I just like drawing on the screen. If you move it around quickly, it gets big, so you can see where the arrow is. Anyway, let me just stop getting distracted by moving the arrow around. If you go to the store section on the site, then, oh look, there's the Running Blind single right at the top that I just mentioned, but also the album there. And if you want to get single songs or just download them independently, then you can do as well. But obviously you get all of the songs on the album if you download the album from this one, that link there. Anyway, let's try and get this off screen, and maybe it's not going to work and we'll be forever looking at this. No, there it is. So that was it, and I've never been able to do that before. So it's good that I've been able to do that and at least show you guys once on a live stream how to get to that store section, because sometimes it can be a little bit confusing. But thank you guys so much for joining me tonight, and we have had a little bit of action in the super chat window, so let's get that up on screen as well. Thank you guys so much for that. And the next donation after Amy's message, which was retracted, it's Linda, who has donated $5 again. Thank you, Linda. And the message is, what does a typical vocal practice session of yours look like? And it doesn't look very interesting. I just tend to walk around this room and just do exercises such as lip rolls, humming, lots of different things, working on falsetto or just trying to access my falsetto, because it's something that I've only recently started to use or be able to do, so I spend a lot of time on that. Sometimes I'll be playing the guitar, doing a little bit of singing, but generally if it's just purely vocal practice, it's always scales, and scales over octaves after I've done the warm-up of lip rolls and humming, and doing another exercise where you poke your tongue out and you try and get the resonance to the front of your face between your eyebrows and all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't look very interesting, but that's what happens. Sometimes I walk around while I sing just to keep it a little bit more interesting, but also I could burn calories as well, so doing two things at once, even though when I am really concentrating, then you have to stand still and focus on your breathing and all that kind of stuff. But once you start to get the hang of it a little bit, you can move around a little bit more. But thank you, Linda, for that. And Deborah has donated $5. Thank you for that, Deborah. The message is the man doing some weights saying keep it up. So thank you for that, and I will do my best Joan is in the house as well and has donated $49.99. Thank you so much for that, Joan. The message is for the Hard Drive Fund. Thanks for letting us be a part of your creative journey with some rock horns. So thank you for that, Joan. And this is the thing that I have mentioned about going through external hard drives and just filling them up with all of the analysis video footage, all of the raw footage that I record, because sometimes all of the recording, while I set things up, it's still recording, and there's gigabytes worth, multiple gigabytes, maybe 10 or 15 gigabytes per video. I do a new video every night, so they do fill up very quickly. But thank you, Joan, for that. And Marge is in the house as well and has donated $2. Thank you for that. It's just a straight up donation. Abby has donated $5 as well. Thank you for that, Abby. The message is, any pointers as to what bad habits to look out for as a beginner or Banger guitarist? So thank you for that, Abby, and I know what you mean. Your typing is a little bit like mine there when I just type too quickly. It is a beginner guitarist, so it's very difficult to say unless you're looking at somebody playing who is tried to learn and is a beginner, and then you can say whilst watching them, well, that is a bad habit to get into. But generally with picking, just a rule of thumb or finger, if you're picking through the strings, always do an upstroke on your high E string if you're coming back down through the chord, so that you are moving back towards the strings rather than moving away from the strings on your high E string, because your last string, some people call that the first string, the thinnest one, that's the string that is furthest away from you, so you don't want to go away from that string, you want to pull your pick in towards you, because that's always going to be where the next pick will be. Regardless of which chord you're playing, if you're going to a different string, it's always going to be above that high E string. So make sure you finish your picking with an upstroke. But other bad habits, like I said, is difficult to say. I do mention a lot of that kind of stuff on my course that I do on Patreon, and it's just 4 lessons starting from the absolute beginners, working through chords and power chords and picking different techniques, and just to get you up and playing just songs and having correct technique. That is something that I do go through step by step in order to maximize your progression in the future, so that you don't get into any bad habits early on. But that is over on Patreon, and that's patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus, which I should have a link to on screen. There you go. So that is the site for anybody that might be wanting to play the guitar, and you can get access to the course on patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus. And it's just 4 lessons, and they're between half an hour to 40 minutes each. So you can go through a little bit of it, go back to it, rewatch bits, or pause it and do it just once a week a little bit and move it on at a time. It's just something that I did because I think it's good to have at least a guide for them working through and not picking up any bad habits to begin with. But thank you so much for that donation and the question, Abby. And Music Maiden is in the house as well and has donated $5. Thank you for that. The message is, sold my Neil Schon autographed guitar to make the rent with a sad face. How many guitars do you own? And that's a good question. I have been asked this before, and I didn't know off the top of my head. But if I was to count how many are behind me there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I've got one in my room, and maybe specifically just mine 11 or 12. And my dad also has guitars, so I'm not counting his obviously, but there's quite a few that we do have. So this is the other thing, that it's a reserved number as well, because I intentionally don't try to buy guitars, because as soon as I do start buying guitars, or if I did, I don't know where it would stop. And as you can tell, if I'm counting through 13 and that's me not buying guitars, if I started to buy guitars, you would not be able to see me because there would be guitars all over this screen, on the table, on the walls, on the floor. I wouldn't be able to move in here. So it's good that I just stop and keep everything where it is at the moment. I'm sure other ones might be added in the future, but I try my best to hold back on that because it is a slippery slope. But anyway, thank you so much for that donation, Music Maiden. Also, Orlando has donated again, and this is $2. Thank you for that. The message is, I am buying a Wings of Pegasus hoodie, rock with some rock horns. So thank you for that, Orlando, for joining the hoodie club here on the Wings of Pegasus live streams. It's now a club that I've just made up. So thank you so much for that, Orlando. Jen has donated $2. Thank you for that, Jen. The message is, do the lip roll for the love of everything with a smiley face. And anybody that does any kind of vocal training will know what a lip roll is. It looks very stupid and it goes like this. Like that. It's just a silly noise. If I was being strict with it, I'd go and go through the scales up and down, just blowing through your lips and keeping them rolling as much as possible. And you can make all kinds of silly noises whilst doing this, and it's good for your vocal cords. It's good also to not take singing too seriously, because a lot of people get bogged down with trying to make a great sound vocally, but if you just make stupid noises, it means that your vocal cords are going to be so much freer than they would normally be, because certainly something that I used to do and probably still do too much is apply compression to my vocal cords in order to hit particular pitches rather than allowing the note to happen by itself. And that is just years and years and years and years of practice and perfecting technique that every good vocal teacher will tell you, that learning to sing is a never-ending journey. Even the best singers in the world haven't yet mastered it. They just have a great understanding of their own voice and have great control of technique. But every singer always wants to be a little bit better and do things a little bit better as well. So thank you for that. And now maybe everyone's doing lip rolls at home, but thank you so much for that, Jen. We are going to be moving into, we're almost at 1 a.m. So we're going to be jumping into the last video of the night. And just before we do, having a look into the live chat room, we've got lots of funny faces going through. So I'm sure that is because of the lip rolls. And it is something that every singer, pretty much since ever, is doing that. They are doing that behind closed doors in order to get their voice just better and control their breath as well, being able to take their voice from a low pitch to a high pitch, going through their registers without a break as well. It's a great tool in order to work on that. It just sounds really, really crazy. So it's something that you can do, and people can't criticize you for being so stupid because it is a genuine musical voice exercise and everybody does it. But thank you for that suggestion by Jen. I think that it has made everybody happy on this live stream, so it definitely was a good thing to do. So hopefully you haven't just spat out all of your drinks all over your screens. We will be getting into the last video of the night, and just to say as well that the previous Unwanted Stranger video was requested by Lynn and Abby over on Patreon, because I haven't been mentioning that. Laurie requested Behind Blue Eyes as well, and also Laurie, I think, requested We Can Fall Down. I'm not sure whether that is correct or not, but that is going to be the last video for tonight's live stream. Like I said, as soon as we get past 1 a.m, things start to get a little bit funny with the upload speeds and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to jump into this. It's the live version of We Can Fall Down, one of my songs again, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. I will be in the live chat room while this is playing. I'll see you afterwards. Rock!
What am I supposed to be? I got
And there we have it. Took a little bit of time to come back on screen there, but that was my song called We Can Fall Down. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And it seems like we have a little bit of lip roll chat going through the live chat room with everybody attempting to do the lip rolls, but some people might struggle doing the lip rolls as well. And I'm not sure if you've never been really cold, it's something that sometimes you go when you are cold, and that is a lip roll. So I don't know whether that will help you to do it or not, but if you can make that noise, then that is a lip roll, and then you just start to sing scales while doing that. But hopefully you're not doing it. I did see some comments going through. I think Carla said don't do it with a mouth full of water or any of your drink, because yeah, it will go everywhere. So make sure that you've got nothing in your mouth while you're doing lip rolls. Otherwise, it's going to just ruin all of the technology you have in front of you, just getting water in everywhere. But anyway, thank you guys for the action in the super chat window. While that was going on, we have had a little bit more. So the next donation was from Colleen17. Thank you for that. It was for $5. The message is, Phil, what is the number of subs to get your second plaque? So that would be 1 million. So it's going to be quite a long road. Who knows? We might get there, but just getting the silver one, 100,000, was crazy. So thank you again, everybody, for liking, subscribing. You can also still hit that thumbs up right at the end of this live stream if you want to. It really does help this live stream to get out there. But thank you so much for that donation, Colleen. And Christine has donated $2. Thank you for that, Christine. The message is cool, with a guy shaking his head. So thank you for that. And Lynn has donated $50. Thank you so much for that, Lynn. The message is, thank you, moderators. Great job tonight. So I second that. A massive thank you to Carla and Laurie, who are in there somewhere moderating as we go tonight. So thank you guys for doing that. And they do such a great job with all of the live streams. I think it is just those two, the troublesome twosome in the live chat room tonight, but troublesome in no way, because they do such a great job. Thank you guys for doing this. And we have had another donation. Thank you, Lynn, for that. And I'm sure everybody else really mirrors those sentiments of saying thank you to the moderators for making this such a great place to be with the live streams, because it is so well organized in that live chat room and so well moderated. We have had another donation, and this is from Gary, who has donated $10. Thank you for that, Gary. And that's a straight up donation. So thank you. And Mario is in the house and has donated $200. So a crazy donation from Mario, but thank you so much for that. It is massively appreciated. And the message is, thanks for keeping the Saturday live stream going, Phil. Excellent part of our weekend, with some smiley faces. So thank you, Mario, for joining me with everybody else in the live chat room as well. Thank you for getting together with me on these live streams on Tuesday night and now Saturday night as well. Another donation from Carl. Thank you for this. It is $2, and the message is for another pizza. So you won't be surprised to learn that I had pizza last night. It actually was last night. It's just these live streams. I'm sure I had it on a Monday night before a Tuesday live stream as well. So yeah, don't worry. The pizza is definitely being purchased. So thank you for that, Carl. And Orlando has donated $5. Thank you for that again. The message is, quick question. You are in great shape. When you are on your special diet, do you cook your own food? Thank you for that, Orlando. And I don't really ever go on a special diet. I just have the same thing pretty much every day. If I'm exercising a lot, I still have pizza. I used to be a personal trainer, so I do cut a lot of corners. I just do all the exercises that I know work well for me. And generally, I don't know whether it's going to be the same for everybody, but if you do very intense exercise, I know that this does work for everybody, that it's more beneficial to do a short bout of intense exercise, high intensity exercise, rather than a long period of low intensity exercise. Obviously it depends on what you're trying to burn. If you're trying to burn fat purely, you're trying to get your fat percentage down to 6 or 7%, something really low, in order to show off the muscles that you've built up, then it is something that you'll have to go for very long walks and make sure you're just burning fat. Whereas if you just want to blitz everything and burn carbohydrates, burn fat, and just get rid of lots of calories, then exercising at a higher intensity will benefit you. But obviously, if you are very immobile, or if you can't do a lot of exercise, some people who do have a lot of weight that they do want to lose, it means that you have to just take it slow and gradually build up, rather than just going straight out for high intensity, because you might start hurting your knees, you'll get aches and pains all over the place, maybe in the hips as well. So you do have to start off slow, but then you can start to ramp it up once your body starts to get the idea that you're going to be regularly exercising. So yeah, I don't have any special diet or anything. What I do make sure I eat or have is enough protein, because if you're working out, you pretty much want to have at least a gram of protein per kilogram of your body weight. And if you're having that, it means that your muscles are going to be able to grow when you're resting. And this is generally what I do just 3 times a week. I'll exercise for maybe half an hour and make sure that I eat at least 1 gram per kilogram of my body weight, so that my muscles can then grow. If you don't have that, your muscles won't grow as much as you might go to the gym, and you'll be beasting the weights and doing it 3 times a week for half an hour, and then you'll wonder after 6 months, why don't I look any different? It's because you're not having enough protein. It is a physical impossibility to build muscle without enough protein. So that is something that you need to have. And I'm probably talking to the guys here, because for women to build muscle is really difficult. So any girls that do say, I'm not going to start lifting weights because I don't want to become too muscular. You can't get muscular as a girl because you don't have testosterone, and you don't have the levels of testosterone that you need to build muscle naturally. And it's something that it's a massive misconception that women think that if they start lifting weights, they're going to put on muscle. They're not going to. All that's going to happen is the muscle's going to tone. It's going to just look better, and your limbs will look more tight. For example, the skin will fill out a little bit more. It will just look better. It's not going to build muscle. You're not going to get a massive bicep and tricep on a woman, no matter how much she exercises, because she doesn't have the hormones in order to achieve that. And the women that are muscular have such strict diets and do so much to put on the level of muscle that they do, and more often than not have spent 25 years working out to get to that point. But anyway, before this turns into some kind of personal training live stream, just to let you know that the most important thing for guys working out, if you do 6, 8, or ideally 12 weeks, you can totally change your body shape and your body type. If you have enough protein, you will put on a lot of muscle. And that's all I do pretty much, is I go through about 8 weeks of training, and then I stop and be lazy, and then I do another 8 weeks and I stop and be lazy, and it's just the same thing that I go through every time. But anyway, thank you, Orlando, for the fitness-based questions, and I hope you guys found it interesting on some level. It's totally nothing to do with music, but it is one of those things that I think a lot of people are interested in exercise, and it's another thing that people are doing incorrectly. And the amount of times that I used to go to the gym, I now just work out at home because I've got weights and everything that I need. But I used to go to the gym, and you'll see guys who are there religiously, day in, day out, lifting really heavy weights, and their physique doesn't change for 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, 6 months. They just look the same because they're going home and they're not eating enough protein. But anyway, that is it. And the only thing is that because some things, if I eat too much of anything, my body doesn't like digestion in that way. It just can't digest things properly. So I have a supplement which is just like a protein powder, and that's all it is. And it's unflavored, so it's about as disgusting taste-wise as you can get, but it doesn't have all of the additives and flavorings and all that kind of stuff in it. So it just means that it's as pure as it can be as a protein supplement. So that's what I have, just to help things along, because eating lots of beef and chicken and fish and stuff doesn't really agree with me. So anyway, thank you Orlando for that. And that's been about 10 minutes of fitness chat. We are going to be calling this live stream to a close, but thank you for all of the questions. Even though they have been very diverse tonight, we're covering all kinds of subjects, but it is now almost 1:15 in the morning here. So we're going to be calling this to an end because I don't want things to cut out too quickly. But thank you guys for uploading your pictures to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group, and I will keep showing those on this live stream and the Tuesday live stream as well, if you guys want to keep on doing that. Maybe we'll have some hoodie pictures as well in the future so that I can start to show those as well. That would be cool. And you can pick this up in the tray underneath this video, and they've only just recently been available. So thank you everybody who has already ordered, and if you are thinking of buying one, thank you for thinking of it in the first place. So we are going to be calling it a night for tonight. Let me just have a final look into the live chat room. We have Teacher Man 1955 still in there, Orlando as well, Juan and Laurie and Gilbert and Kevin and Jeannie's in there still, and Alexi and Lewis as well, and Carl, Patrick. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I'm going to be here again, live stream Tuesday, same time, same place. If I don't see you there, I'll be at the next analysis video in the comments section, of course, and hopefully by the next live stream we can see if anyone's got the whole matching set of a mug, a t-shirt, and one of these hoodies. Who knows? I'm not sure on the delivery times for the hoodies, so I think with COVID it's going to be a little bit longer than normal, but we might have them over on the Facebook supporters page. I'm going to keep checking that. And thank you, by the way, to Laura for messaging me on Patreon to let me know that there were some extra pictures over on the Wings of Pegasus supporters group. I didn't have time to answer that message, but I did pick that up on Patreon just before going live, and I managed to sneak it in to the live stream. So thank you, Laura, for that. So I will see you guys at the next live stream and in the comment section of the next analysis video. Thank you everybody in the super chat window for your donations tonight. Thank you everybody at the bottom of the screen, my patrons, for making this whole channel possible and every video that I do. And thank you everybody in the live chat room as a whole as well. Just for joining me on these live streams is amazing. And I'll hopefully see you guys again on Tuesday night. And we are now going to sign off, and hopefully this has been a live stream that has been fully uninterrupted, and maybe the lip rolls were a good luck charm. So we'll have to do those every time, or maybe not. So thank you everyone for joining me, and I will catch you guys at the next video. And if I don't see you there, I'll see you same time, same place on Tuesday night, and I'll catch you then. Rock!